There's a silent saboteur at work. It's stealing your cognitive edge, accelerating brain aging, and most people over 40 are completely unaware they're inviting it into their lives every single night. It's not a disease you catch, it's a debt you accumulate. It slowly erodes your mental clarity, your memory, and even your ability to make decisions. You might dismiss the morning fog or the afternoon slump as just getting older. But what if these are alarm bells from your brain's control center, signaling a critical system failure in progress? This isn't about dieting or motivational fitness. It's about the advanced engineering of your body. Your body is a high-performance engine that demands precise nightly maintenance. Neglect this, and you're not just losing sleep, you're losing years of sharp, vibrant cognitive function. This video is for education, not a substitute for medical care. Always talk to your doctor before making big changes to your medications, diet, or exercise. Let's talk about the true cost of that silent saboteur and the intricate mechanics of your brain's nightly repair. Your brain, the control center of your entire engine, doesn't just power down when you sleep. Instead, it shifts into a critical, highly active maintenance mode. This process is far more complex and far more vital than simply resting. Think of it like an elite overnight repair crew sweeping through your factory. They meticulously clear out hazardous waste products and perform essential system updates. This sophisticated process is primarily governed by what scientists call the glymphatic system. This is a network of perivascular tunnels that acts as your brain's dedicated waste disposal unit. Recent studies, particularly those using advanced imaging techniques like fMRI and two-photon microscopy, have revealed something remarkable. During deep, non-REM sleep, your brain cells actually shrink by up to 60%. This cellular contraction creates crucial interstitial space. That extra space allows cerebrospinal fluid to surge through the brain tissue, effectively flushing out metabolic waste products that accumulate during your waking hours. One of the most critical waste products targeted by this system is beta amyloid. This is a protein strongly implicated in the pathology of Alzheimer's disease and other neurodegenerative conditions. When you consistently shortchange your sleep, especially the deep sleep stages, this nightly flushing mechanism becomes profoundly inefficient. It's like trying to run a high-performance engine with a severely clogged oil filter and a perpetually overflowing waste tank. The toxic waste, like beta amyloid and tau proteins, builds up. It creates a hostile, inflammatory environment for your delicate neurons. This isn't just about feeling tired or having a bad day. It's about the physical accumulation of debris that can impair neural pathways, disrupt synaptic function, and accelerate cognitive decline over time. The immediate, practical takeaway here is this. Every hour of lost deep sleep isn't merely lost rest. It's lost, irreplaceable maintenance time for your brain's most fundamental cleaning and detoxification processes. Understanding this mechanism fundamentally shifts your perspective on sleep. It's not a passive state. It's an active, essential biological imperative for long-term brain health. In the next part, I'll show you how this nightly neglect sabotages your brain's ability to learn and remember, quietly eroding your mental sharpness. Beyond the physical clearing of waste, sleep is the critical period when your brain actively consolidates memories and processes the vast amounts of information it absorbed throughout the day. Imagine your brain as an incredibly complex hard drive, constantly recording and storing data from every experience, conversation, and thought. During sleep, particularly during the intricate dance between REM, or rapid eye movement, and slow-wave sleep stages, this raw data is not just passively stored, it's actively organized, filed, and transferred from temporary, short-term storage in the hippocampus to more permanent, long-term archives in the neocortex. This is precisely why pulling an all-nighter before a big presentation or an important decision often backfires spectacularly. Your brain never gets the chance to properly encode, categorize, and integrate that crucial information. Researchers at major universities, using sophisticated cognitive tests and brain imaging, have consistently shown something striking. Even a single night of partial sleep deprivation can impair your ability to learn new tasks, form new memories, and recall existing information by as much as 40%. For those of us over 40, this memory consolidation process becomes even more exquisitely critical. Our brains are already working diligently to maintain peak performance amidst the natural, subtle shifts that come with aging. When you consistently deprive your brain of this essential processing and archiving time, you're not just occasionally forgetting where you put your keys or struggling to recall a name. You're actively hindering your control center's fundamental ability to adapt, learn, and maintain its vast, intricate network of neural connections. This shows up as that persistent brain fog you feel. It shows up as increased difficulty focusing on complex tasks, or that frustrating sensation of words being on the tip of your tongue. It's not an inevitable sign of age-related decline. It's a direct, avoidable consequence of insufficient nightly software updates and data management. Your brain needs this downtime to optimize its operating system, ensuring smooth, efficient cognitive function. Without it, the system becomes sluggish, prone to errors, and less capable of handling new inputs. Next, we'll uncover how this nightly debt impacts your engine's hormonal software, throwing your entire metabolic fuel system into chaos. Now let's delve into the intricate hormonal software that sleep directly impacts and how its disruption can throw your entire metabolic fuel system out of whack, leading to stubborn weight gain and persistent fatigue. When your engine doesn't receive its full, uninterrupted nightly maintenance, your body's delicate hormonal balance, its internal software, begins to glitch. It starts sending confusing signals throughout your system. Specifically, we're talking about the critical interplay of cortisol, ghrelin, and leptin. Cortisol, your primary stress hormone, should naturally follow a diurnal rhythm. It should peak in the morning to wake you up, then gradually dip throughout the day, reaching its lowest point at night to allow for rest and repair. But chronic sleep deprivation keeps cortisol levels pathologically elevated. It forces your engine into a constant state of fight or flight. This isn't just about feeling stressed or anxious. Chronically elevated cortisol contributes significantly to insulin resistance, making it harder for your cells to efficiently absorb glucose from your bloodstream. This leads to higher blood sugar levels, increased fat storage, particularly around the abdomen, and a persistent feeling of low energy. It's like your fuel injection system is constantly running rich, inefficiently burning fuel and storing the excess as unwanted reserves, instead of using it for immediate power. At the same time, sleep loss profoundly disrupts the balance of ghrelin and leptin, the two hormones that meticulously regulate hunger and satiety. Ghrelin, often called the hunger hormone, surges after insufficient sleep, sending powerful signals to your brain that you need to eat. Leptin, the satiety hormone that tells your brain you're full, drops significantly. This creates a powerful, almost irresistible biological drive to eat more, especially high-calorie, high-sugar, and high-fat foods, even when your body doesn't truly need the energy. Recent data from studies published in journals like Sleep and the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that even just 1 week of restricted sleep, for example 5 hours per night, can significantly alter these hormonal profiles. That shift leads to increased caloric intake, reduced energy expenditure, and a higher likelihood of weight gain. This isn't a lack of willpower or a moral failing. It's your hormonal software screaming for more fuel because it perceives a state of chronic stress and energy deficit, desperately trying to compensate for the lack of restorative sleep. Understanding this hormonal cascade is crucial for anyone over 40 who's struggling with unexplained weight gain or energy dips. In the next block, we'll uncover how this nightly debt impacts your engine's structural components, quietly eroding your physical strength and resilience. The insidious impact of sleep deprivation extends far beyond your brain and hormones. It directly compromises the structural integrity of your engine, your muscle and bone, the very hardware that provides strength, mobility, and resilience. Think of your muscles as the powerful hardware components that allow you to move, lift, and maintain physical strength. Your bones provide the essential framework that supports it all. During deep sleep, your body enters a profoundly anabolic state. That means it's actively engaged in building, repairing, and regenerating tissues. This is the prime time when growth hormone, or GH, is released in significant pulsatile bursts. Growth hormone is absolutely crucial for muscle repair, protein synthesis, fat metabolism, and maintaining optimal bone density. When you consistently cut short your sleep, especially the vital deep sleep stages, you're effectively interrupting this essential repair and growth cycle. Your body remains in a more catabolic state, meaning it's breaking down tissues rather than building them up. This leads to reduced muscle protein synthesis, making it significantly harder to build new muscle mass or even maintain the muscle you already have. After 40, that's a critical factor for strength, mobility, and overall metabolic health. Studies published in journals like JAMA and the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism have found that even a few nights of restricted sleep can significantly reduce testosterone levels in men. That drop further hinders muscle growth and recovery and contributes to feelings of fatigue and decreased libido. For women, particularly those navigating the complex hormonal shifts of perimenopause and menopause, adequate sleep is even more essential for maintaining bone density. The decline in estrogen during these phases already makes them more susceptible to bone loss. Insufficient sleep amplifies this vulnerability, increasing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. It's like trying to maintain a high-performance vehicle without ever taking it into the shop for its scheduled structural tune-ups and component replacements. The hardware begins to degrade, leading to decreased physical performance, increased susceptibility to injury, and a general feeling of physical fragility. This isn't just about aesthetics. It's about maintaining functional independence and quality of life as you age. Next, we'll look at the silent, systemic inflammation that sleep debt relentlessly fuels, acting like rust spreading through your engine's most vital systems. The final piece of this intricate puzzle, and perhaps one of the most insidious threats to your engine's longevity, is how chronic sleep deprivation relentlessly fuels systemic inflammation throughout your entire body. Inflammation is your body's ancient and essential defense mechanism, a critical response to injury, infection, or perceived threat. But when this acute, protective response becomes chronic, low-grade, and pervasive, it acts like rust, silently spreading through your engine's most vital components. It degrades performance and dramatically increases the risk of major system failures. When you consistently shortchange your sleep, your immune system becomes profoundly dysregulated. It's as if your engine's warning lights are constantly flickering, signaling a low-level, persistent threat that never fully resolves. Numerous robust studies, including meta-analyses published in journals like Sleep Medicine Reviews, have consistently shown that insufficient sleep elevates key inflammatory markers in the bloodstream. These include C-reactive protein, or CRP, interleukin-6, or IL-6, and tumor necrosis factor alpha, TNF-alpha. This isn't just an abstract scientific finding. This chronic, low-grade inflammation is a key underlying driver behind many of the age-related diseases we fear most: cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers, and even neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's. It damages the delicate endothelial lining of your blood vessels, contributing to the formation and progression of atherosclerotic plaque. It interferes with insulin signaling, making your cells less responsive to glucose and worsening metabolic dysfunction. And critically, it creates a hostile neuroinflammatory environment in your brain. That environment worsens the accumulation of toxic waste products we discussed earlier and accelerates neuronal damage. This constant state of internal alert drains your energy reserves, contributes to persistent aches and pains, and accelerates cellular aging. Understanding this systemic impact is absolutely crucial. Your body isn't simply failing you after 40. It's reacting with predictable biological responses to a maintenance schedule that no longer serves its complex, evolving needs. The brain, the hormones, the muscles, the metabolic system, the immune system, they are all intricately interconnected. Sleep is the master reset button, the ultimate nightly maintenance protocol that keeps them all in harmonious, high-performance operation. Recognizing this integrated system and the pervasive damage of sleep debt is the first, most powerful step toward reclaiming your vitality and extending your healthy years. If you're ready to stop feeling like your engine is sputtering, constantly running on fumes, and instead want to start running it like the high-performance machine it was designed to be, especially after 40, then hit subscribe and stay close. This channel, The Human Engine, is your dedicated workshop for advanced body maintenance. It's a vibrant community where men and women over 40, committed to optimizing their health and extending their healthy lifespan, come to understand the cutting-edge science behind fine-tuning their metabolism, balancing their hormones, sharpening their brain, and mastering their sleep. We dive deep into evidence-based protocols and practical programs that go far beyond surface-level fixes, focusing on true systemic engineering for robust, healthy aging. This is the place where you learn to accurately interpret your body's dashboard, precisely calibrate its fuel system, ensure its hormonal software is always running the latest updates, and optimize its nightly repair cycles. We believe in empowering you with knowledge, not just quick tips. Now, let's bring everything together and talk about what this profound understanding of sleep means for the next decade of your life and beyond. The insights we've shared today aren't just theoretical concepts. They are actionable principles that, when consistently applied, can fundamentally shift your health trajectory. Understanding the pervasive and profound impact of sleep on your brain's detoxification, memory consolidation, hormonal balance, muscle integrity, and systemic inflammation isn't just knowledge, it's power. It's the power to make informed, deliberate decisions about your nightly routine. The power to prioritize restorative sleep, not as a luxury or a weakness, but as a non-negotiable foundational component of your long-term health and performance strategy. This isn't about achieving unattainable perfection. It's about consistent, intelligent optimization. It's about making small, sustainable adjustments that yield massive returns over time. It's about taking control of your engine's destiny. We've journeyed deep into the mechanics of sleep, uncovering the silent saboteur, the nightly debt that ages your brain and degrades your entire engine from the inside out. We've seen how insufficient sleep clogs your brain's vital waste removal system, profoundly disrupts memory consolidation, throws your hormonal software into disarray, weakens your structural components, and relentlessly fuels systemic inflammation. The persistent morning fog, the stubborn abdominal weight gain, the inexplicable dips in energy, the feeling of mental sluggishness, these are not inevitable passive signs of aging. They are, in many cases, direct, urgent signals from an engine starved of its essential, complex overnight maintenance. You were not given a broken engine. You were given an incredibly sophisticated, high-performance engine that simply needs different, more precise maintenance after 40. It requires a deeper, more nuanced understanding of its complex, interconnected systems. It needs a more intelligent approach to its fuel, its software, its hardware, and its critical nightly repairs. Prioritizing restorative sleep isn't just about feeling a bit better tomorrow. It's about strategically safeguarding your cognitive function, protecting your metabolic health, preserving your physical vitality, and extending your healthy, independent years for decades to come. It's about ensuring your brain's control center remains sharp and responsive, ensuring your fuel system operates with peak efficiency, ensuring your hormonal software runs flawlessly, and ensuring your physical hardware remains robust and resilient. If this deep dive into your body's engineering resonated with you, if you're truly ready to take proactive control of your engine's performance and longevity, then join our growing community of optimizers. Subscribe to the Human Engine channel for more in-depth insights and actionable strategies like these. Share this video with at least 5 people in your life, friends, family, colleagues, who you know are struggling with the silent costs of sleep deprivation and need to hear this vital message. Leave a comment below and tell us what specific aspect of your engine you'd like us to explore in our next deep dive, whether it's advanced strategies for metabolic health, optimizing heart function, fine-tuning brain performance, or balancing specific hormonal systems. Until next time, keep optimizing.